It's 7 p.m. on March 16, 2007. Marshall Alexander is at home in Klamath Falls when he gets a phone call. His sister has been rushed to a hospital with a heart attack. Without hesitation, he promises to fly to Eugene that night to be with her. Marshall quickly begins pre-flight preparations. He rolls his fueling truck in front of the hangar to refuel. In the rush, however, he never actually fuels the plane. Checking weather on the internet, he sees clear skies. Satisfied, he stows his sleeping bag, blankets, and a pillow. He plans to sleep at his sister's house. In the Cessna 182, it's a cool, still night, perfect for flying. At 9:00 p.m., Marshall takes off into the dark Oregon sky. He climbs steadily to 2,500 feet, heading directly to Eugene. The night is calm and starry, but as Eugene's lights begin to appear on the horizon, Marshall glances at his fuel gauges. Both are pegged on empty. Suddenly, the engine sputters. He realizes with horror he has run out of fuel. Marshall calls Eugene's tower. Klamath Falls to Eugene. I'm out of fuel. I'm anticipating a forced landing in the mountains. He stays calm, but knows time is short. He turns the Cessna southeast, aiming for a small Forest Service airstrip at Tokatee, but the ground is rushing up fast. Marshall realizes he won't make the runway. His final radio words ring out, "Tell my wife I love her. I'll see her in heaven." The engines go silent. In the darkness, the Cessna slams onto a steep, snow-covered mountainside. The impact is brutal. Marshall is bruised and bleeding, leg and ribs are injured, but he's alive. He forces himself out of the wreckage, crawling onto the cold snow. Alone at 8,000 feet in the Cascades, he faces a freezing night. Marshall's survival instincts kick in. He drags his body free from the plane and gathers supplies. Fortunately, he always flew prepared. In the back of the plane are blankets, food, flares, a handheld radio, and a satellite phone. Using pine boughs and the airplane's parts, he builds a crude lean-to. He wraps himself in his sleeping bag and uses his pillow for comfort. The temperature is well below freezing, but he hunkers down and tries to stay warm. For the next 10 hours, Marshall endures the harsh night. He keeps himself awake enough to fire off signal flares into the sky. He manages to switch on his satellite phone and periodically call his wife, each brief moment of connection giving him hope. Every rustle of wind feels like a threat. Every distant sound sets his heart racing. All he can do is wait and pray for rescue. Just before dawn, a Civil Air Patrol plane spots Marshall's flare signal. They radio the National Guard. At 8:05 a.m., an Oregon Army National Guard Black Hawk helicopter homing in on the signal touches down near the crash site. Marshall is alive and found. Gently, medics lift him onto a stretcher. His ordeal, 10 brutal hours on a snowy slope, is over. Marshall's story is a remarkable miracle. But it also reminds us how dangerous this region can be. Oregon's Cascade Range is rugged and remote, with dense forests and deep snows. Even experienced pilots can fall prey to unexpected problems here. In fact, history shows fuel exhaustion claims many aircraft. In 1970, a large firefighting plane also ran out of fuel and crash-landed in Diamond Lake's waters. Dozens of small planes have met trouble in these mountains. Marshall Alexander calls his survival a miracle. He feels ready to meet God, yet grateful to be alive. In the end, it was a combination of faith, quick thinking, and basic preparedness that saved him. He emphasizes, never skip steps in your pre-flight checklist. Fuel every tank no matter how routine the flight, and always carry emergency gear, blankets, a radio, even flares, especially when flying over wilderness. Marshall's story is a warning and an inspiration for all pilots.